You are now tuned into ChiChat Podcast, where four women come together to encourage, inform, and inspire women by creating a dialogue that develops strong sisterhood and friendship. Around the table is Yolanda, Ebony, Katrina, and Breonna. Okay, now it's time for some ChiChat.
Hey you guys, welcome back to the ChiChat Podcast. I am your girl, Ebony, and today we are going to be talking about media manipulation and its influence on society. But before we get started, I want to check in with my boos. So we're going to do our check-in, and I'm going to kick it off. Today, I am a 5. I'm feeling good. It's the holiday week. Not for us, but it's the holiday week. And I'm feeling good. I got a few days off work, so I'm feeling good. How you feeling, Breonna?
I'm excited too. I'm actually a 5. When we're recording this is my anniversary weekend, so it'll be 1 year on July 6th. So I'm just kind of hyped. As they say, I'm feeling myself.
Well, happy anniversary to you and your hubby.
Thank you.
And many more blessed years to come. How you feeling, Katrina?
I'm at a 5 today, guys.
Woo-hoo.
I'm feeling so good. I think because I didn't have to work today, step in a little bit later, I feel good.
That's always a plus. And you looking pretty as pink.
Thank you. And y'all always put a smile on my face, so.
Oh, thank you. And Miss Yolanda, how you feeling today?
5 out of 5. Feeling wonderful, great.
Good. I see you looking sassy today too. Well,
all right,
ladies.
I might have to call Meg the Stallion.
Sassy.
Hey.
Okay, ladies. So I was trying to do some research on this topic, and what I came up with is today's media. It can be both positive and negative. I just want to shed some light on this week on how the news and the media in general is manipulated. And I came across an article that spoke about media manipulation, and it broke it down into 10 strategies. The first one is distraction. The second one is problem, reaction, solution. The third is gradualism, deferring, treating people like children, appealing to emotions, keeping the public ignorant and mediocre, encouraging people to contribute to mediocrity, self-blame, and the last one was complete knowledge of the public. So my first question to you guys is, ladies, do you feel like the media plays a manipulating role with what we're seeing with the Black Lives Matter, with the racial injustice, and just black on black crimes in general? I'm gonna let Breonna kick this one off.
Yeah, it was automatically. I'm like, yeah, they're switching this story up good. I wish I could have brought this more details to this, because there was actually a situation where one media platform gave one narrative and the other was kind of like the flip side. So it's like, well, what's really going on here? And there's a gentleman by the name of Anthony who lives in the DC area, and he's well-known motivational speaker, things like that. And he actually brought out how the Washington Post versus, I think it's the New York Times or USA, something like that, USA Today, like they literally give you all the negativity on one and then, oh yeah, this is positive. And so I really believe that media paints the picture to either give you a negative outlook of the world or a positive. And it's up to us to decipher. It's really up to us.
Absolutely. You brought up a really, really good point. Absolutely. What about you, Yolanda? How you feel about that first question?
Absolutely do. They certainly do. And I'll tell you this, they're just like social media to me. They go by what's popping and what's hot at the moment. And that's what it is. 1 minute it was COVID-19. We were all talking about COVID-19. Well, excuse me, not us, them. They were talking about COVID-19. And then when we have the murders and everything going on and the rioting and all that stuff, they immediately forget COVID-19. we immediately go to the fights and the riots and the arguments and the spitting on this. So they go with what people want to see at the moment. They don't give a doggone whether it's going to inform us or not. It's all about the views and the ratings and all that type of stuff. Even with them, that's just my take on it. Whatever's popping.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Katrina? What's your viewpoint on this first question?
Yeah, I feel the same. And they'll take and spin it however they want to, so that it'll keep your mind focused on like what they want you to see.
Mm-hmm.
That is sometimes not even what's actually going on. Like, it's so much other stuff that you could be thinking about. I don't watch the news a whole lot, but yeah, they want to keep your mind focused on that one thing, and it's probably a lot of times not even all true. It's just, like they want you to have their viewpoint of it, right, to keep you distracted.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so all you ladies pretty much brought up a point in my point of view on it. Like, I'm right along the lines with you guys. I feel like they do want to keep us distracted. Like Yolanda brought up the point of, them zoning in on COVID-19. It was like COVID-19 was just like really, really bad, and you shouldn't go out without this. And then it's like, once the whole killing of George Floyd came about, then it's like, okay, Black Lives Matter. But then I feel like in the midst of that, they're still zoning in on black and black crime to justify injustices, and you can't justify that, and I'm not saying that black on black crime is appropriate or right. It's not right. However, you can't use that to justify us being targeted, with the virus and with cops and, all that stuff like that. So, okay, great conversation, ladies. So Katrina kind of answered this second question that I'm about to ask you guys, and it's, do you watch the news every day? So I'm going to start. I don't watch the news every single day just because the news just really like gets me down in my spirit. Like, it's always something bad, I feel like. So I try not to watch it like every single day. And I can't even say I watch it once a week, honestly. Like, I mean, it's just like more so I see different like headlines on when I'm on my phone, of course, but things pop up on my phone. But I try not to watch it every single day just because of what it does to just like me as a person. How about you? Well, not Katrina. Yeah, how about you? You don't watch it every day?
Yeah, I don't. I used to, but like you said, it's so depressing. And I used to get the newspaper. I quit getting the paper. I quit watching the news for a long time because it's so depressing and draining that I just got to a point where I just didn't want to feel that way anymore. So the news that I find out is from word of mouth, which I don't think is really all that great. That is that way, and I do have the app on my phone, and I get the headlines, and sometimes I'll read through it, the ones that pique my interest or whatever, but I just cannot watch it every day. I can't, because it just brings like you said, brings my spirit down, and I don't like the way it makes me feel, so I just stay away from it.
Yes, I understand that. All right, Breonna, do you watch the news every day?
I watch the Today Show. And I really watch the Today Show. Shout out to Today. But anyway, I look at the situation kind of like both of you guys. Before I got married, because specifically speaking, I started watching that because he liked to watch that. Okay, but I was watching it before, but not as much. So anywho, prior to this, I was like Katrina. I'ma just go on Facebook. I'ma get the timeline update. And after the timeline update, I'm gonna make my own synopsis of what's going on in this world. But I did want to hit that COVID-19 point one more time, because it's like I had to cut off the news because it felt like, are we even going to survive? It almost felt like I Am Legend. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, are they gonna find a cure? Am I gonna be the last woman here? I'm just being real. It was a lot going on for me. So I watched Today Show, not CNN. CNN, they sending in. They sending. CNN wants you to go down.
Oh my goodness. What about you, Yolanda?
I'm a favorite watcher of CNN and all the
It ain't nothing wrong with it, Yolanda. It's just Bree don't watch it.
I'm gonna explain why. Okay, let me answer my girl's question. Yes, I'm a watcher of the news. I watch it daily, and I do have the news on upstairs all day, every. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm nosy, okay?
CNN tell you everything.
And
the stuff you don't even care about.
We live in our truth, okay? We're still keeping that podcast episode in the forefront. We are living in our truth. We are transparent, okay?
Yolanda, it is okay.
Yes.
This is the acceptance corner.
Right.
We still love you.
Right. This is a non-judgment zone, okay? We don't want that here.
That's funny. That's funny. Yolanda, how we end up not liking this? I'm like, Today Show. I'm like, see? Oh wow.
Yeah. Because I'm nosy, and so my children can tell you I don't care what I'm doing. I could be downstairs, I could be cooking, I could be working, but you better believe the CNN or something is on upstairs, and I'm listening.
Well, listen, as long as you didn't say Fox News, we good. We good. Okay? We're good. Fox out of here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We made it.
Right. All right, ladies. Good conversation. So my third question is, do you regularly research topics that you're uninformed on for truth? And I'll start that question. I do research, but I like to do my research by way of YouTube. And going back to one of our previous Sister Girls of the Week, Lovely T, she is very informed with things that are going on in the world. So a lot of information that I get from the news or, just from other things that's going on, of course, I have my own point of view, and I literally talk my own point of views out just so I can know that, listen, I'm informed. This is my point of view. It's okay for you to have your point of view, and it's okay if your point of view don't align with someone else's point of view. But I also like to hear what other people's point of views are, and because she's so conscious, I like to listen to her point of view because she's not just rambling about whatever because it's just a hot topic to talk about. She actually has a legit point of view, and she has receipts to back up her point of view. How about you, Yolanda? Do you like to research topics that you are uninformed on?
Absolutely, and I'm a go with what she was saying about Lovely T, and awesome work that she does. And I too go up there and I watch her, and I go with what she says because she is real. She speaks the truth, and she don't care who don't like it or what. She speaks her truth. And so, but yes, I do, and I go and use YouTube, and I go and Google, and I'm always researching something.
Wonderful. What about you, Bree?
Yeah, look, I know Yolanda research. We just had that chat, girl. But Yolanda's not gonna let nothing get past her. If Yolanda was not an author, she would be an investigator. So she found stuff. I'm like, how you find that? I thought I was good. Yolanda beat me. Anyway, I do research, and y'all put me on Lady T, so shout out to Lady T. Because I listened to her on that last thing y'all shared. I was like, yo, she legit. And I love the fact that she brings a worldwide view. And she does give her opinion, but she's giving you straight facts. So you can go and back check her. And I like that part. So I'm a researcher. And one time, guys, my husband gonna be mad when I tell y'all this. So one time, there was a situation. This is why I say back checking is important. There was a situation where a little boy, God rest his soul, but he was attacked by, well, not God rest his soul, but I pray he okay, because he was attacked by a alligator or crocodile in Florida. This was back in 17 or 16. And so everybody thought the little boy survived. Well, he didn't. And so my husband at church, he told everybody, the little boy survived. And so my pastor was like, I'm sorry, son, he didn't. And so, sorry, but I had to bring that little point up to tell y'all, research is real. Because his cousin told him the little boy survived. But see, he didn't back check her. So, you better back check. Because I do. Ever since my husband got played, I ain't getting played.
Listen, hubby, this is a no judgment zone, okay? This is a no judgment zone.
Love you, Q.
She loves you. She was just making a point. Katrina, what about you?
Yes and no. I'm pretty good at researching if it's something that I really want to know. But I don't do a lot. Like I just when a topic is thrown at me and I know I've got to talk about it or something like that, then I'll go and do my research. But other than that, I really I don't a lot, and I don't know why. I used to, but I just got out of it. Like I just found out about Lovely Tea through you guys, and I have been listening to her a little bit more. And I didn't know who B. Simone was for the longest. I just found out who she was, so I don't do a lot of research. Yeah. But I have been lately. I'm trying to get up on my game. Trying to get it.
There's nothing wrong with it's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty much like what you're, and I'm like you too, Katrina. Like if I'm interested in it and I want to know about it, then I'll research it. If it's something I really don't care about, I'm just like, okay, whatever you think, yeah, girl, you got it. Okay, whatever.
About the fact checking, that part, that is definitely true, because I have been in a situation like your husband, and I'm up here talking. I didn't know what I was talking about because I heard so and so said, and they was like, "Girl, you need to watch the news because that ain't right." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna stop talking again." I started like, I will not repeat stuff that I've heard without really going. Well, I guess in that aspect, you can say I researched it, because I will go and try to find out. Well, if I'm gonna tell somebody else about it, then I'm gonna try to make sure that it's true first. So I do a little bit of research.
All right, ladies. So listen, you can't get nothing past my girls because they research, okay? Period. All right. So my next question is, do you feel the media should be penalized for being manipulative and disrespectful towards the media? I'm sorry, towards the population? Pretty much saying one thing and it's not true, but just doing it to manipulate the world, pretty much. And me, I feel like they should be penalized for being disrespectful and being manipulative. Fox News, as we stated earlier, if you like Fox News, God bless you, okay? Fox News is they're very disrespectful. There have been several instances where they have disrespected Black people in general. Like, I mean, you know, so yeah, I feel like they should be penalized. What about you, Katrina?
I do, but you have to think about it. That's where the tabloids come from, and people love it. Mm-hmm. But they should be penalized because I don't think it's fair to the other person or whoever they're doing a disservice to somebody, you know. So yeah, they should be penalized because it's not fair. It's not right. And then we try not to be judgmental, but when you see certain things or you read certain things, it's hard not to, you know, kind of look at a situation a different way, even if you don't know it's the truth or not. It still kind of plays on your mind. So yeah, they should be penalized.
Right. Okay. What about you, Bree? How you feel about that?
Yeah, I definitely agree. The tabloids get their money too somehow, but honestly, they should. And I wanted to give our listeners and viewers an example. I was watching this show right here, Truth Be Told. And basically, the lead lady, which her name is Octavia Spencer, she had wrote an article about the gentleman saying he was the killer of a person. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but the point is, she had to go back check herself. Her whole story, her whole concept was wrong. She painted this picture that it was him, and you got to finish the story to find out what really happened. But in essence, I think they should be penalized. Like when she wrote that story, she should have been the one to go to jail. Real talk, because she messed up his character. She had him locked up for almost 15 years for the way she wrote the story. Y'all gotta go check that series out. That could be a real life situation. Somebody family member in jail right now off of somebody's story.
Right.
Said truth be told.
Yeah, it's Truth Be Told. Check it out on Apple TV.
Okay. I have to check that out. All right, and Yolanda, what you think about that?
Absolutely, they should. It's unfair to just because you want those views, clicks, and watchers that you can just say anything you want and then nothing happens. I absolutely think so, because so many people rely on them for their news and information. And so if you're going to be in that business, then you need to be doing it correct. And if not, it needs to be a penalty to it.
Right. Absolutely. Great conversation, ladies. So to the last question I have, taking into consideration with what goes on with media manipulation, do you feel like you could ever be a news anchor or a host on a TV show, where you had to follow restrictions? When I say restrictions, meaning you know the truth within yourself, within your own heart, within your own point of view, but that was pushed down because of your job and what they wanted to portray to the world. So, Breonna, let's go with you. I feel like you got something real good for me right now.
Okay, so as soon as you said it, I was like, I'm gonna hit him with a Mary Jane. Okay, I'm gonna be Mary Jane right now, and if I risk it all, I risk it all, because it's like I have to go home with what I say. I have to go home with the reputation of the people. And I mean, just like her story, although she had some other stuff going on, when you look at that aspect, she kept it real, she kept it raw, she fought for telling the truth. And if the people behind her, the producers, didn't like it, she was like, well, take me off then. I'ma still say it.
All right.
So like Lady T.
She don't care at all. She's gonna tell you the real, the raw, the ugly, the beautiful. She gonna tell you the bold and everything. Yolanda, what you feel about that?
No, I wouldn't take a job if I have to be censored and stopped, because I believe in let me say this right, being authentic. And if I have to not be authentic, then I don't want to do it, because I'll just go create my own, and then we can just do it like that. So right. I'd rather not do that.
Okay. All right. Katrina, what you feel?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to, because I don't want my truth to be compromised. Like, yeah. I need to be able to be me. And if it's like, if I've got to be censored, like you said, on something, or I've got to tell this story and I know it's not the truth, how's that gonna make me feel at the end of the day? Like, I gotta be the one to sleep with myself.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I don't want to be that one. I don't want to be that person.
Right.
I don't know how people can do it, but some people, I guess they got hearts of steel and they can do it, but I can't do it.
Right. And I feel just like y'all feel. Like, I myself couldn't do it. And when I thought about that question, I immediately thought about Amanda Seales. She was actually on The Real, and she just, some people were saying she got fired. Some people were saying, or people were saying she got fired. She said she quit, but neither here nor there. She brought up some interesting things that was happening behind the scenes of The Real. And she's a very outspoken person, especially when it comes to like racial injustice, or just, she just has a strong opinion. It ain't even got to be about Black people. She just has a strong opinion in general.
Yeah, she does.
And so she is no longer on that show. And she pretty much said, you know, she got her hand slapped a lot of times behind the scenes because of her point of view and the way she would say things and the way she would be looking and stuff like that. So kudos to you for not selling your soul for a check. Okay,
That's
Here.
right.
So,
Yeah.
And you did good on the BET Awards, girl. You
Yes, she
held
did.
it down.
yes, she did, considering the way they had to record it.
Right. She was like, and I was in my house. I'm like, BET.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you, ladies, for your point of views. We always have great conversation. And to our viewers, if you're watching, please let us know. You know, you can join in on the conversation too. And just drop us a comment below and let us know how you feel about some of these questions that we answered today. So now we're gonna go into our next segment, which is our Sister Girl of the Week. And the Sister Girl of the Week that I chose is actress Lauren London. Lauren is the epitome of strength. After the death of her soulmate Nipsey Hussle, she stayed out of the media spotlight and relied heavily on her faith to get her through the tough time of losing him. Nipsey was shot and killed back in 2019 in front of his LA Marathon store. And when he passed, the media spoke about conspiracies, about what led to his demise, as well as talking about his gang affiliation. Lauren has been a brave face for his brand and everything that he stood for, changing all those negative narratives into positive acts in his honor. She recently did an interview with Jada on Red Table Talk, and she talked about the joy that she feels when she meets people and people tell her how he has impacted their life. So she is definitely a pillar of strength for her family, and she will always keep his memory and his movement alive. So kudos to Lauren London for being so strong. And Lord, if you see this girl, we love you, okay? We absolutely love you. So, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go into our word of the week, and I'm gonna kick that over to Brianna. What's your word of the week, Bri?
Man, after all this media conversation, I want to say the word truth. Keep it real, baby. I'm just like, I miss Power. You know, he named his club Truth.
Yes.
And because he was like, look, the truth is, I'm tired of the gang life and I want to be a business owner. Keep it real, guys. Be you. That's it. Truth.
All right, Katrina, what about you?
Brianna always up in my head. My word again, girl.
It's okay. You can change the word to truth.
Let's see.
Yeah.
My word is gonna be faith. Let's just keep the faith, guys. Nothing more. Just faith.
Right. And
Yeah.
what about you, Yolanda?
I'm staying along those lines, authentic. Just be your authentic self, no matter who say what, who do what, whatever. You have to be you, baby, at all times.
Absolutely. And my word of the week is going to be natural. Just love yourself in your natural state, okay? Because people are so fake now. You just have to be natural. You have to be natural. So always remember, seek truth, be natural, keep the faith, and be authentic. This has been another episode of the ChiChat Podcast. I am your girl, Ebony, and we thank you for joining us today. And you can catch us every Friday at 5 o'clock. And we will see you guys in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to our episode of ChiChat. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at ChiChat Podcast.